This episode is sponsored by the Paper Trails Greeting Company. Runners near and far, hear ye, hear ye. There's an amazing company that's dedicated to celebrating and encouraging every runner that laces up a pair of running shoes, and it's called the Paper Trails Greeting Company. This company offers something that's hard to replicate in a text message, and that is a physical, innovative, and genuine note of kindness that supports and celebrates every runner. The motto of the company is that every runner belongs, and each card proves that. The cards preach community among all runners, and there's a card for each season of a runner's journey. If you run a new personal best, there's a card that celebrates that. If you suffered an injury, there's a card that lets you know that someone is thinking of you and that you'll come back even stronger. There's even a card that celebrates your significant running other. For me personally, I never felt like a runner. But then I stumbled across the Paper Trails Greeting Company, and it inspired me to pick up running again, and eventually it made me feel like I was a part of the running community. Go on their website, papertrailsgreetingco.com, and check out their incredible selection of cards. Use the code Lactic Acid in all caps for 15% off your order. They also have inspirational stickers and PDF printouts, so be sure to check those out as well. Then follow them on their social media page on Instagram, Paper Trails Greeting Co., as well on Facebook. And always remember to celebrate every runner and that every runner belongs. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, and welcome to Lactic Acid, the podcast where the takes are fresh, the ideas are ripe, and that makes us the best in the bunch. I am your host, Dominique Smith, and today I am super pumped to bring you one of the finest athletes in Iowa. He's going to be tearing up the track and field scene this year. Really excited to see where he takes off. He is none other than Brother John Hunt. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming on the show.
How you doing?
Not too bad, man. Excited to have you on. Excited to talk some track and field and for you to grace the show. Really excited about some of the things you have to say. But I have to ask you this question. I ask it to everybody that comes on the show, no exceptions. If you had to pick a superhero to describe your game on the track, who are you rolling with, man?
That's a great question. I'm going Batman.
Batman. Okay, I like that.
Batman.
Why Batman?
Just dark. Everything dark about him.
Like that kind of 0 dark 30 kind of.
I like the comeback scene. I like hawking people down. I just pick up Batman.
I like that. I like that. So you're a finisher.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Like I said, really excited to have you on the show. And so let's just jump into that, man. So tell me the full range of events, because what I was looking up, you can do pretty much anything. What are the ones that you concentrate in?
So right now, I'm kind of focused on, for indoor right now, just the 400 and 600. But out of high school, I was more of a 4.8 guy. I ran the 4x8 a lot in high school.
Okay. I like that. That sounds very painful. So I don't envy you because that's a different kind of pain. Anything over 100. That's the different kind of pain, especially the 4 and 8. So tell me, man, how did you get into the sport?
So middle school, I would just hang out with friends. Like, we might as well just do track. And I was doing the 100 and 200. I wasn't very good at it. I'm like, the 800, you know what? I'll give it a shot. And I won by a lot. I was running like 230s in 8th grade.
Wow.
And nobody could stay with me, so I just decided doing it from there.
So you're a 4 and 8 kind of guy. Would you ever consider, let's just say, and I hope this happens, let's just say you make it to the Olympics or the World Championship. Would you ever double?
No. Still to this day, no.
I don't understand people who can double that in the state championship, let alone.
That's a different breed.
But how painful is it? Like, you go ahead, you're good.
It's like for after I used to run the 4x8 and 800. Sometimes I wouldn't be able to do the 800 after the 4x8 because I was in so much pain with my legs. It's like a different type of hurt.
Oh my gosh. Just seeing
it's hard to explain.
Like, the 400 is bad enough. Like, you know, this show is obviously called Lactic Acid. And so you get through 300 meters, but to do that twice, you're a real one, man. Hats off to you. That's nothing ever attempting to do.
But the
But
600, there's a lot of playing too.
yeah,
I said that's probably the worst paying.
really?
It's
Why
after
is
the
that?
600, yeah.
More than the
It's
eight?
like yeah, 600 is way. It's like a mixture of a 400 and an 800 into one event. So it's a really different breed.
Probably because it's faster too.
Yeah,
I guess.
that is true. Yeah.
Man, listen, it couldn't be me. It will never be me. So hats off to you on that. So how's the season going? How's training going for you?
It's going all right. We're trying to get back in the swing of things. First week we had most team had COVID, so we were on lockdown. But we're getting back in the swing of things.
How have
South
you
Dakota next week.
how have you been able to kind of, I want to say no one's been able to maneuver it, but adjust to this kind of new wave? You know, obviously the pandemic is still, on full front, and then COVID, like you said, it's affecting college athletes, and it's canceling meets, canceling games. But how have you been able, and your team been able to really kind of lock in and, despite the distractions, be able to do what you need to do?
Just staying healthy, masking up, getting the vaccine, washing our hands when needed, making sure everybody stay a little bit apart now since we had a little COVID scare at the beginning of the season. So we're making sure stay cautious so we won't ruin everybody else's season.
Yeah. So being a college athlete is something that is very, very, very difficult. It is very time consuming, and there's so much that goes into it that people don't understand. How are you able to manage and be successful in doing so, in addition to being a high-end athlete?
I'll make sure I get all my work done because school comes first here, especially at a JUCO. Got to go to the next level, trying to go to a D1 and D2 school. Got to make sure I put my work first. And I always try to make sure I have a 3.0 in all my class, like in my grade level, so I can go to the next level too. It's mostly doing your work first before class, like, and being on time and going to class, pretty much.
Yeah, so pretty much just doing all the little things.
Yeah, do the little things and the big things.
Even in a JUCO, like you said, you're trying to, get to that D2, D3, Division I level. So you really, really want to lock in. Yeah. But it requires even more discipline and stuff like that. For people who, and I don't really care. Here's the thing. College is college. It's not high school. Yeah. It doesn't matter, if it is JUCO or you're going to, Ohio State or Florida or whatever the case might be. It is hard. Yeah. So how, if you were to give someone advice, especially a young athlete who's just coming into college, who has no idea how it works, who has no idea the workload, because, you do the same thing that all, college athletes do. You have to eat, sleep, like you said, do the little things, train in addition to all of the work. How do you, to the question, what piece of advice would you give someone who just has no idea what's coming? They've been told, but it's nothing to be told, who's just coming into college in general, just to, how do you adjust to it? What advice would you give them going in so, it could be a little easier for them?
Come ready to work. Don't slack off in the summer. Make sure you get trained for the first week of practice. Set that tone for your coaches to know that you're for real about track. Make sure you go to classes on time, eat well. Let the trainers know if you're injured. Don't go through injuries, and keep your grades up. Don't beat that. And especially for JUCOs, keep your grades up.
What is it that you want to major in? Do you know? Like, how do you want to do outside of track?
I'm doing physical education right now.
Okay. So do you have any aspirations of coaching, like when it's all said?
Yeah, actually right now I coach at Mason City High School in Iowa.
That's what's up. So what do you coach? Just the mid distance or?
I coach basketball.
Oh, for
assistant coach. Yeah.
I like that. I like the multi-sport athlete. And so let's hop away from track and field for just a second. We'll get back to it. One thing, and preparing for the show that I found, I didn't see any video of hooping, but I did see that you were a ball player back in the day. You were a football player.
I played football through 4 years of high school.
Okay, what position?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver. So you played Plano. Plano, yeah. That's right. So Plano,
that's in Illinois.
It's in Illinois.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm thinking Texas.
Nah, it's Illinois.
Illinois plays competitive high school football, just may not be as huge, but there are, very, very great programs really in Illinois, all throughout Illinois. What is it that you like about football? So actually a better question. If you had to describe who you were as a football player using, I don't want to say using a superhero. Well, let's just say I knew nothing about football, but I knew about track and field. So find a track and field personality, character that matches who you are, who you were as a wide receiver.
I say Brandon Miller.
Brandon Miller. Wow, I like that.
I was kind of skinnier and smaller than everybody else in the field. And that's kind of what Brandon Miller is. He's skinnier and shorter than everybody else that he runs against.
But Brandon Miller gets it done, though.
Yeah, he does get it done. That's a go right there.
Yeah, listen, mad respect for Brandon Miller. I like that answer. What was it about you? What was it about football, that made you love it so much?
Just playing with my friends. I just want to do it all 4 years. Something I can't say I can do. A lot of people can say they can do it.
No, listen, I played football. I hate to admit it, I didn't play. I got hurt. I didn't play all 4 years, but the summer training and then the fall conditioning and the summer conditioning and all that stuff. Yeah, that's not meant for everybody. That is not meant for everybody. So listen, man, the show, we want to know about John Hunter outside of the track. Give the people a little taste about who you are outside of the track.
Man, I'm a comedian. I'm a walking comedian. Funny guy.
Okay. Who would you compare yourself to? Like, give
Donkey
me, there's so many great comedians. Who?
Donkey from Shrek. So
Donkey. So okay, that Eddie. Wow.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. I like it. I mean, you're from Illinois. So I'm thinking, can I get some Bernie Mac love in there?
Bernie Mac. Yeah, I can say Bernie Mac.
That is Donkey from Shrek. No one's ever. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that's why I relate myself to Donkey from Shrek.
Why that? Why that comparison?
Just his humor, like he act kind of just like me.
Oh, just kind of like that silly.
Yeah. Like that quote, I'm making waffles in the morning. That's
you.
Me. Yeah.
That is unique, man. I've never heard that. But what else, man? Are you a video gamer at all?
Nah, not no more. I'm retired.
You're retired. Okay. I love to hear that. Why did you retire? Obviously school, I understand that. But when you were in your prime, what were the go-to games?
Man, I was playing 2K16 all night when it came out.
Okay.
Black Ops, Fortnite when it came out. And after that, I just retired.
So you were a gamer.
Yeah.
So tell me, in 2K16, who was the team? Who was the go-to athlete?
OKC, Westbrook. He's unstoppable in 2K16. He is unstoppable. Even like without you know how to play, you can score at least 50 points with Westbrook.
I've never heard that.
Westbrook is unstoppable. You can just drive to the paint.
So even with that, was Durant on OKC in that one?
I think he still was.
And you were scoring more with Westbrook?
Yeah, I was scoring more with Westbrook, yeah. I would drive to the paint with him. He would score.
Wow. That isn't so nobody could mess with you on 2K.
Nah.
That is amazing. Westbrook in 2K16 with Cam. Like I've heard of Westbrook, like, okay, Westbrook with, not even with the Wizards, because people are scoring with Bradley Beal, but on 2K16, that's impressive. That's impressive. When you're not on the track, what are some of the things you like to do? Well, you're not. Yeah, I said it right. Go ahead.
Hang out with friends. I like to watch Netflix a lot too.
What's the go-to Netflix show?
Man, what show is that? Man, I don't know if it's even still on there. But I used to like watch like a lot of movies, just movies in general on Netflix, anything that pops up. But it was like more like it was just like any TV show. I was watching the series.
Okay. See, I Netflix is going up on the prices, so I can't buy with Netflix like that, but I respect it. I'm still on that Westbrook thing, man. That actually kind of shook me and everything.
You gotta see like his raids on 2K16. It's just like how they have him set up. He's like unstoppable in the paint. Like we just run down the court. He's not missing a layup.
But sometimes 2K, like their ranking system and rating system is awful. So I'm actually curious about. I need to go look that up after the show about what he was ranked. So what is there to do in Iowa? Never been. Never been.
In my city is nothing.
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 Does that make it easier to like do work and everything?
Yeah. It gives a lot of time to focus. Not a lot of distractions. Parties to go to.
Yeah, I was kind of looking up, doing research. I was like, okay, that's curious. I'm curious what is there to do. So let's hop back to track real quick. So, we kind of touched on it before the show. One of the things that is not fair, but it's something that people, think is that, just because someone is a JUCO product, maybe they're, you can't hold them to the same level as somebody you can a Division I product or a Division II product. And to me, I've heard that, and that is such an incredibly lazy argument, especially if you look at track and field. You look at Fred Curley, he was a JUCO product, and like look what he's doing now. You look at Kenny Bednarik, Kung Fu Kenny is killing it, just doing incredible things in the sport. If there was a myth that you would want to debunk about junior colleges, especially junior college athletics, what would it be?
We're athletes too. Like they just make it seem like we're just off to the side. JUCO is on thing, but we're coming to D1 schools, D2 schools, and showing them what's up. Like it's not sweet.
And you're making a difference. Like it's not as if it's just like you're coming to secure a spot. No, the colleges and the coaches are coming after you to help their team win a national championship. What do you make of the transfer portal? I think it's very helpful for times like this, but it's kind of getting clogged up and everything like that. Do you feel so let me ask you this real quick. Do you feel that this helps or hurts the portal?
So right now, I think it hurts the portal because JUCO right now is full of 2019 students because of COVID, 2020 students because of COVID, and now we all graduate this year. And plus, the people that are in the transfer portal right now, that's a lot of people in the transfer portal trying to find schools. So it's kind of like clogging, especially like having it this year. How you change it this year is going to make things difficult for JUCO athletes.
So how do you
and high school athletes too?
Oh, 2022. I think it is hurting, and I do apologize for cutting you off. Got a little sound difference, but I think it is killing high school recruiting. Like if you are a recruit in high school, a lot of these spots, and the problem is it's not like you're getting, somebody that you can develop for a couple of years. These kids are probably going to be, 1, maybe 2 year, kids that you come. I don't want to say they're rentals, but they're coming in more established, which is fine. Like I'm not hating against it or anything like that, but you do wonder how it hurts the JUCO kids. And like you said, you got all these kids graduating and then the spots are filling up. How do you think we fix this issue?
I think that they changed the the portal for next year. It will be better. If they change it to next season, but having it this season, it's gonna clog it up.
You see, the problem is I don't think they care. And they don't care enough to listen to the athletes, which is not just a transfer portal problem, not just the NCAA problem. I think it's a track and field, issue as well. What is something that you wish would change in the sport?
More respect, and I think they need to add some more like events to the track and field too. Like add a 4x2 in college. Yeah, pretty much it.
So 4x2. Okay.
That'd be more competitive.
So I'll ask you this. if who would be, let's say we had it in the pros, who would like the ultimate 4x2 team be? We got all these talented 200-meter runners. Who are the four that you're going with? So give me like the ultimate 4x2 and the ultimate 4x8.
4x8, man. Of USA?
Yep.
Let's see, 4x8. What's that dude's name from USC?
I know
ran the 800.
4x8. The one that just competed
He
in
just won.
I
He
forgot.
won nationals.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He has the headband. His name slips me. So let's just say him.
Yeah. Now, what is the name from? He literally just ran a 146 and do it. I forgot his name. Bryce Hoppel.
Bryce Hoppel. Okay.
Brandon Miller could sneak in there, and Donovan Brazier.
Okay. I like that. What about the 4x2?
4x2. Kenny Bernard, Fred Curley. Thing. Just man, Mike. That's a tough one.
You're gonna have to leave somebody that's really good off.
Yeah, that's the problem. Man, I'm thinking of in order. All right, so
we got Kenny, we got Fred.
What you think, Titus? Man. Let me check on this one. I might have to go with that 17-year-old kid went to the Olympics. What's his name?
Arian Knighton.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with him.
And then who's number 4? There's one that you're missing that's very obvious that I think if
yeah, I feel like I know what you're talking about.
You want me to say it or?
Yeah, you might as well. I'm just
Noah Lyles.
Off the top of my head. Yep.
He ran 1952. Just recently ran 9:56 in the 60. So that means we're leaving off Michael Norman.
Yeah.
Who else are we leaving off? We're leaving off some talent. Like, that's crazy.
But where would the 4x2 be in the in the schedule wise? Like, where would they put that at?
For
college, that's a lot of events now. For college.
I think you should make a. So we got the individuals one day, and then you got the
relays.
The 4x, in my opinion, this is my opinion, the 4x2 would not be a preliminary event, meaning you don't run prelims for it. It's just finals. And if you do that, then you could squeeze it in. And it would have to be the same for pretty much everything else. Well, and that's the tricky part, because personally, I think a 4x8, 4x8 wouldn't make sense, because that's putting a lot of strain on runners, especially if you have runners who are running both the 800 and the 4x4. But it would be entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something they can figure out. I mean, it's something, worth considering. So just a couple more questions for you, then we're going to wrap this thing up with some rapid fire, and then we'll get you out of here. What motivates you?
Just me being in JUCO motivates you to get out. It's not a good place to be. It's like, rather than being at university, there's more things to do, especially being in Iowa. This motivates me to leave.
So what are some of the things you've learned just in your time there?
The colleges that recruit you out of high school, they probably don't want you no more. But it only gets better. Like, from here, just take your time. And
Yeah.
don't rush things. Don't rush a commitment. Keep your grades up.
And so the last thing I want to ask, what can we expect from you on the track this spring and this summer?
Some huge PRs.
Hey,
And to make some noise at nationals this year.
hey, not mad at it. Can't wait to see it. Cannot wait to see it. Know that great things are, ahead of you, especially this year. So let's wrap this up with a bow with a segment I like to call Down the Home Stretch. I'm going to ask you a few rapid fire questions. Answer them to the best of your ability. If you cannot answer them quickly, it's okay. Very few people do. We've only had about 2 or 3 people really nail it. So it's all good. You ready?
Yeah.
What would be, actually, no, I want to start with this. Is a chicken nugget, I'm sorry, I'm messing this question up. Is a boneless chicken wing a chicken nugget or a chicken wing?
A boneless chicken nugget. It's a chicken. It's boneless. Wait, you say that again?
So is a boneless chicken wing a chicken nugget or a chicken wing?
A chicken wing.
Interesting. That's, hey, I can't refute the answer. I definitely disagree. If you had to pick someone to play you in a movie just about your life, if they made a movie about your life and you had to pick someone to play you, who are you rolling with?
It could be anybody.
Yep.
I'm picking K. John Smith.
Okay, not mad at it. So if there was one food that you had to keep forever and one food that you had to give away, what food would you keep? What food would you get rid of?
I'm keeping fries. Yeah. I'm probably just getting rid of squash.
Yeah, I hate squash. I'm not mad at it. What is the dream venue to run at?
Oregon facility.
Yeah.
Oregon track.
Usain Bolt or Tyreek Hill in a race?
Right now, I'm going Tyreek Hill.
Wow.
Usain Bolt's kind of old, so.
But Usain Bolt, wow. But he just ran like a 4, like 2, like, oh wow. You're the first college athlete to say, and this will be how we start the show. This will be the preview clip. You are the first college athlete to pick Tyreek Hill over Usain Bolt. And here's the thing, I can't be mad at it. I like the boldness. I like the confidence. All right,
Tyreek Hill was from JUCO too, so.
Yeah, he sure was. West Alabama. I think, was that the JUCO he went to, or?
I think he went to Coffeyville.
Coffeyville, yes. I don't know where I got West Alabama from. I think anyway, yes. Another fantastic JUCO product. So, couple more questions. Favorite quote to live by?
Yeah, it's off the head. That's gonna be a tough one to remember. Cool. I know I only have one off the head, but hold up, I got you. We'll look real quick.
All good, man.
I always like to say slow feet don't eat.
Hey, it's a fact. So,
especially in JUCO. It's just true.
That's true. Hey, I like that. It's a fact for everybody in track and field. So slow feet don't eat. If you had to be a guest on any TV show, what show would it be?
Fresh and Fit. That's my favorite podcast to watch on YouTube right now.
Fresh and Fit. I like that. Last question. What would be the most memorable thing that you could accomplish in 2022?
Probably going back to nationals and graduating college this year.
John, you have completed Down the Home Stretch, the rapid fire edition. Want to thank you, man, for coming on the show. Where can people find you?
Find me on Instagram at JohnHunt13. And you can find me on NIACC track anywhere. We'll be racing anywhere. Any competition this year.
That's what's up, man. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Listen, please be sure to follow Lactic Acid on Instagram, Lactic Acid Podcast, Twitter, Lactic Acid _podcast. I'm on TikTok. Don't know how to use it, but still want you to follow me at Lactic Acid Podcast. Everything, yeah, man. Everything you need is on lacticacidpodcast.org. That's where you can find the written stories as well as all of the podcast episodes. That will link you to YouTube. It will also link you to Apple and Spotify and Google Podcasts. There is another thing that I'm on that I cannot remember because I can't pronounce it, but it will be in the show notes. And do me a favor, leave a review if you like the episodes. It's always nice, and I appreciate all the support. If you are a sponsor looking to work with this show, shoot me an email at lacticacidpodcast@gmail.com. Would love to work with you, would love to promote your brand to our audience. And yeah, it would be great. Thank you guys so much, and we'll catch you next time.